Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going back in time to learn about Africa, but not the boring stuff. We're talking about the heroes, the legends, the people who shaped Africa. Get ready for our countdown of the top 10 most important people in African history. And when I say important, I don't just mean they were popular. I'm talking about people who fought against unfair rules, fought for freedom, and changed everything for the better. These people made a huge difference in Africa and the whole world. So get ready to learn, and maybe you'll even feel inspired to make a difference yourself. Let's go. Number 1 is the one and only Nelson Mandela. We're talking about the guy who stood up to racism and said, "No way." Mandela wasn't just fighting for himself, he was fighting for millions of people. And when he was finally released from prison after 27 years, the whole world was amazed. He became the first black president of South Africa and won the Nobel Peace Prize. This guy did it all. But here's the thing. Mandela didn't just talk the talk, he walked the walk. He created a way for people to talk about the bad things that happened and forgive each other. Mandela taught the world about forgiveness, unity and togetherness. He showed us that even when people are mean, love is stronger. Plus, the man looked really good in a suit. Nelson Mandela, you are a true hero. At number 2, we have the amazing Kwame Nkrumah. This guy didn't just dream of a free Africa, he made it his life's goal. Nkrumah helped Ghana become free from British rule and became its first leader. But he didn't stop there. He knew that a united Africa was a strong Africa, so he encouraged everyone to work together. He even helped create a special group for African countries to work together. Nkrumah believed in an Africa that was in control of its own future. He cared about education, good roads, and helping people make a good living. Kwame Nkrumah reminds us that a united Africa is unstoppable. Coming in at number 3 is Haile Selassie, the Emperor of Ethiopia. This man was born to be a leader, but he made his own legend. Selassie wanted to modernize Ethiopia. He knew that to make things better, he had to leave old ways behind. He focused on education, built roads, and made life fairer for people, but things weren't always easy. When Italy tried to take over Ethiopia, Selassie fought back. He became a symbol of African resistance against invaders. He even helped create the United Nations. Haile Selassie was a strong leader who wanted a better future for Ethiopia and all of Africa. Number 4 is Jomo Kenyatta, the father of Kenya. This man was like a guide, leading his people to freedom from British rule. Kenyatta was a key player in Kenya's fight for independence. He knew things had to change and that his people deserved to rule themselves. And when Kenya finally became independent, they chose Jomo Kenyatta to be their first president. He wanted everyone in Kenya to get along because he knew a strong country needs its people to be united. Kenyatta focused on education, good roads and farming because those are the things that help a country grow strong. Jomo Kenyatta was a true leader who dedicated his life to making Kenya a better place. Coming in at number 5 is Patrice Lumumba, a man who fought passionately for freedom. Lumumba wanted to free his country, Congo, from Belgium. He saw how unfairly people were treated and knew things had to change. Lumumba was a powerful speaker who inspired people. He led Congo to independence and became its first prime minister. But Lumumba wanted more than just independence. He wanted Congo to be free from foreign control. Sadly, Patrice Lumumba's life was cut short, but his story continues to inspire people. He reminds us that the fight for true freedom never ends. At number 6, we have Julius Nyerere, who went from being a teacher to the president of Tanzania. This guy believed in the power of working together. He wanted everyone in Tanzania to work together like a big family. He called this idea ujamaa, which means familyhood in Swahili. Nyerere led Tanzania to independence and became its first president. He cared about education because he knew it was important for people to learn. He built schools, trained teachers, and made sure everyone had a chance to go to school. Julius Nyerere knew that real progress happens when everyone has a chance to succeed. Coming in at number 7 is Desmond Tutu, a wise and important figure in South Africa. This man helped guide South Africa through a difficult time of racism and towards a future of peace. Tutu spoke out against racism and knew that true peace could only happen if people talked about the past and forgave each other. When racism finally ended in South Africa, Tutu helped lead the process of healing. He knew that forgiveness wasn't about forgetting, it was about stopping the cycle of hate. He was a strong supporter of human rights. and believed everyone deserved to be treated with respect. Desmond Tutu showed the world that even after terrible things happen, forgiveness and compassion are always possible. Number 8 is Wangari Maathai, a woman who proved that one person can make a big difference. Maathai saw that forests in Kenya were being destroyed, so she decided to do something about it. She started by planting trees one by one. But it became more than just planting trees. It was about giving women a voice and showing them that they could make a difference. That's how the Green Belt movement was born. Maathai inspired thousands of women to plant trees and protect the environment. She understood that protecting our planet is important for everyone. Wangari Maathai showed the world that even small actions, like planting a tree, can create big change. Number 9 is Thomas Sankara, a leader who wanted a better future for Burkina Faso. This guy was full of energy and new ideas. Sankara was tired of corruption and unfairness. He wanted Burkina Faso to be a strong and independent country that took care of its people, and he wasn't afraid to lead by example. He rode a bicycle to work, refused to use air conditioning, and even sold the government's fancy cars. Sankara cared about helping the poorest people, supporting women's rights, and making education and healthcare better for everyone. Even though his time as a leader was cut short, Thomas Sankara's story continues to inspire people who want to make a difference. And finally, at number 10, we have Kofi Annan, a man who was amazing at bringing people together. This guy was the definition of cool, calm, and collected, even when things were crazy in the world. Annan dedicated his life to creating peace and solving problems. He was a skilled negotiator who could talk to anyone and find common ground. Annan believed in working together to make the world a better place. He cared about human rights, sustainable development, and making sure everyone had access to education, healthcare, and opportunities. Kofi Annan showed the world that talking, understanding, and a little bit of diplomacy can go a long way. That's it, now go make a difference. Those were the top 10 most influential figures in African history. Thanks for joining me on this journey through African history. These were more than just names. These were people who challenged the way things were, broke down barriers, and fought for a better future for everyone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome content. And most importantly, go out there and make your own mark on the world. Peace out.